Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Live Demonstration CyberSaint Crosswalking NIST 853 to PCI. My name is Ethan Bresnahan. I'm the Marketing Director here at CyberSaint, and today I'm excited to be joined by CyberSaint VP of Solutions Architecture, Steve Torino, and Senior Sales Engineer, Michael Blumreich. We're so glad that you could join us for today's webinar, and with that, I will hand things off to Steve.
In order to complete a crosswalk within the CyberStrong solution, we're first going to go to the administration page. That can be done by clicking on administration in the upper right-hand corner. Once here, you will by default be taken to the manage assessments page. And this is where you can start the crosswalk process. So in order to do that, first we're going to identify the assessment that we want to crosswalk from. In this case, I'm going to be crosswalking from the Acme organization NIST assessment from 853 Rev 5. And in order to kick off this crosswalk process, we're going to reference the actions column, and we're going to click on the crosswalk assessment icon for this particular assessment. Next, what you're going to do is select the framework that you want to crosswalk into in order to generate a new assessment. So in this case, I'm going to be crosswalking into PCI. I'm going to choose PCI DSS 3.2.1. Once I make that selection, the next selection that we're going to make is essentially what mappings are you wanting to pull. So you can do this in a couple of different ways. Our natural language processing models that we leverage for crosswalking, it also assigns a confidence score for those mappings. So we can select mappings over 80% confident, 90% confident, or if we're wanting to create our own mappings, we can do that as well. Kind of control by control using the empty template option. If you do have pre-created templates, those will also show up here, which you can select from. I'm going to select the empty template. And then from here, we can do one of two things. I can either go control by control, leverage the confidence score and make my own mappings, or I can add top mappings for each control, which is what I'm going to do. Next, I can go and kind of review these mappings. I see the confidence score over here. I can go control by control, make additional selections. I can unselect certain mappings if I so choose, add additional mappings, or I can just kind of go the easy route and go next step. The last couple of items that we need here before creating the new crosswalked assessment is we need to name the assessment and then choose if we want the assessment to be synced or not. So what this does is it essentially ties the parent assessment to the child assessment to where if changes are made to that parent assessment, in this case NIST, those changes would automatically roll down to the child. I'm not going to do that here, but I will show you what a synced crosswalk looks like momentarily. So now all I'm going to do is click submit. And just in a short period of time, we now have an 82% project completed assessment. I'll show you what this looks like. With the crosswalking, not only from a confidence score standpoint, but also the mappings themselves, we have auditability built into the tool. So if I scroll down here, you can see the parent controls that map back to these underlying PCI controls, and we see control by control action crosswalk history as well. The only difference between this and a synced assessment, you can see here, I'm able to still make changes at the child assessment level. If I'm wanting to do this to a synced crosswalk assessment, you'll notice the difference here. If I go to my controls, I'm not able to make that change at the child level. I can unsync the control to edit it if I want, or I can make the change at the parent level itself. So I can go update my parent assessment, and these changes will roll down to that child assessment directly. That's the difference between the synced and unsynced crosswalk. Either way, you're still able to essentially assess once, apply to many, allowing for a more efficient and effective process when assessing multiple frameworks for your organization.
Thank you, everyone, for attending today's webinar. As always, if you're interested in learning more about CyberSaint's AI-backed crosswalking capabilities, please feel free to reach out, info@cybersaint.io, or visit us at cybersaint.io. We'll see you soon.